Imagine a world where GPS works perfectly, except it secretly relies on a giant conspiracy involving invisible towers, teleporting signals, and a government that somehow coordinates every pilot, engineer, and ship captain on Earth. Yeah, let's explore this. Hello there, welcome back to Star Stuff, where we bring clarity to understanding Earth and the cosmos. Today we're talking about how GPS and satellites absolutely cannot function on a flat plane, and how their very existence proves beautifully and annoyingly for some that we live on a globe. Let's look at what GPS actually is. GPS stands for Global Positioning System. Wonder why? It's not Wi-Fi, it's not cell towers, it's not Elon Musk with a laser pointer. It's a network of about 30 satellites orbiting Earth at about 20,200 kilometers above the surface, each continuously sending timing signals to receivers on the ground, like your phone. Your phone doesn't talk to the satellite, it only listens to them. Using the time delay from at least 4 satellites, your phone calculates your position with some clever geometry. It uses the mathematical principle of trilateration to determine a location by measuring distances from at least 4 satellites. This entire system depends on orbital mechanics, line of sight to distant satellites, and a spherical Earth. On a flat plane, this system breaks completely. Let's speak about line of sight and why this is a big problem for flat Earth. GPS satellites transmit in the microwave range. That means they must have clear, unobstructed line of sight to your receiver. On a globe, this is easy. A satellite high above the curved Earth can see thousands of kilometers of surface. But on a flat Earth, to provide the same coverage, a satellite would need to be positioned directly overhead nearly everywhere at once, which is impossible unless satellites can bend light like a sorcerer or teleport around like they're late for work. Flat Earth tries to patch this by claiming GPS signals come from towers. Cute idea. But here's the problem. Radio signals used by GPS do not travel thousands of kilometers horizontally across a plane. They weaken extremely quickly. To cover countries like Australia, South Africa, the entire ocean between South Africa and South America, you'd need towers taller than mountains, placed every few hundred kilometers, and none of those towers exist. You'd see them. Pilots would crash into them. Boats would hit them. Google Maps would have photos of them with people posing like, OOTD. Giant secret government tower behind me. Giant secret government tower behind me. Nothing. No towers, no infrastructure, no schematics, no maintenance staff, no whistle blows. Ships in the middle of the ocean use GPS too. There's nothing out there. No towers, no power lines, no secret platforms. If GPS needed ground-based towers, you'd lose signal the moment you left the coastline. But GPS works perfectly across the entire ocean because the satellites are above you. Flat earthers love talking about Antarctica until GPS comes up. GPS coverage is excellent in both polar regions, and even better with GLONASS from Russia, Galileo from the European Union, and Beidou from China. There are 0 towers, no hidden poles with antennas, just satellites overhead. GPS satellites orbit Earth every 12 hours. On a flat plane, an object can't orbit. Orbit requires gravity pulling inward velocity pulling outward, and a constant curved path around a spherical mass. On a flat disk, gravity wouldn't pull objects into a circular orbit above it. They would simply fly away or crash straight down. If GPS satellites existed on a flat planet, they would be floating mysteriously, held up by unknown forces, drifting out of position, constantly falling. And remember, GPS synchronizes to the nanosecond. There's no margin for mystery physics. Anyone, including hobbyists, can track GPS satellites from Earth using amateur radio, telescopes, open source satellite trackers. They're right where orbit calculations predict. Flat Earth has no alternative explanation. Onto something like signal delay and relativity. GPS satellites experience time dilation from high speed and gravitational time shifts from altitude. We detect and correct these in the GPS system. If satellites were on towers or floating above a flat Earth, none of these relativistic effects would exist, and the entire system would drift wildly out of sync within minutes. But it doesn't. GPS works because Einstein was right, and because Earth curves. When a GPS satellite undergoes maintenance, the disruption is announced publicly, it's timed, and it's observable simultaneously across multiple nations. If towers were the cause, outages would be local, not global. Another point to bring up is how GPS can work anywhere. Take a phone to the Sahara, the Amazon, Antarctica, yes, you can go there, the middle of the Indian Ocean, GPS still works. But cell networks? Gone. Radio towers? No chance. Only satellites explain this. Let's imagine a GPS network designed for flat Earth. You would need millions of towers, each hundreds of kilometers tall, with a power supply, an engineering workforce larger than most cities, perfect global secrecy, no leaks, no photographs, no maintenance records, no pilot reports, no construction permits, no accidents, no environmental impact studies. It collapses under its own impossibility. Occam's razor slices cleanly. Satellites exist, and the Earth is a sphere. GPS doesn't disprove flat Earth. It completely obliterates it. The moment you check your location on your phone, you're literally using a system that depends on curved geometry, orbital mechanics, gravitational physics, and a round planet. GPS isn't just a navigational tool. It is now your daily reminder that the world is big, round, and absolutely not flat. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more science served with a side order of humor, hit the subscribe button and join Team Star Stuff. Because here we don't just debunk nonsense, we launch it into orbit. Cool beans.